Welcome everyone to another episode of the Beat of
You
the
gonna
Month
redo
podcast.
the whole thing or just my part?
Yeah, gonna redo the whole thing.
Wow.
Don't need to edit that out.
Wow, Muff.
All right, 3, 2,
Mario.
1.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month. Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month. The Game Boy, the Xbox, the PlayStation 4. Gotta press pause cause your mom's at my door. Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month. We game all month, give out points and sorts. Better look out, it's another switch port. Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month.
My name is
Beat
Brian,
of the
and
month.
this is episode
Beat of the
10,
month.
and we're doing
Gotta
a look
have
at
me
Mustache
my beat of
Games
the
for the month of November, No Shave November. So looking at games where the main character has a mustache. I am joined tonight with Melbro,
What up? What up?
Spiral,
Hey, yo.
Moose,
Yo, yo.
Bash,
I have a mustache.
Emil,
Hello.
Muff,
What up, John and Byron? Thanks for subscribing.
and Darkside.
I'm looking at a lot of faces, and it doesn't look like you guys did not shave. What's up with that?
Didn't it not shave? Double negative, bitch.
I double negative your ass.
Yeah, you did.
So-
Shave these nuts.
Yeah.
We are-
Everybody done had been shavings.
No one been shaving. Everyone's got facial hair.
Well,
Yeah.
remember, baby.
Maybe like a week's worth. I don't know, but a month's worth.
Not all these people can grow facial hair, man. You ain't gotta hate on them.
You've been doing a little trimming. I can tell.
Actually, to be
No,
honest, I
false.
forgot and I trimmed the other day.
All right,
Yeah.
I got a trim
Sorry,
today,
Dark
but
Side.
big deal, man.
Sorry, man.
I have not trimmed anything
I could have let it go. I forgot.
In your life.
ever.
Oh, yeah.
So this is going to be a special episode of Beat of the Month. We are going to donate $7 for each game that we beat in the month of November. So we're going to kick things off. Melbro, what games did you beat in the month of November?
Just real quick, we're gonna donate $7 to the Prostate Cancer Foundation. We'll link to the website in our social media in case any of our listeners want to donate also.
And one lucky listener will get a free prostate exam by yours truly.
I will also film it to make sure you know it really happened.
Wow.
Been there, done
I
that.
hope I win.
No, you're right. Are we eligible?
No, you're not eligible. That's
Fuck.
the listener.
Brian's face is priceless. I love it.
All right, Melvin, go ahead and kick us off then with the games you played in November.
So the first game that I played, well, the only game that I played with a guy with a mustache is probably one of the most iconic mustaches in the game, man, Mario.
Boom.
Mario 64. I played that as a part of the 35th anniversary collection Switch port shit.
Should be right.
Pretty accurate.
The word shit was not necessary, but you have my attention still.
So yeah, this was probably my first time playing Mario 64 in probably 20 years. When did it originally release, Brian? I know you know off the top of your head.
I believe it was 96, right, Bash?
Yeah, their launch game.
Yeah, Mario 64, yep.
Yeah, so replayed this for the first time, and actually I thought it held up pretty well in terms of playability. I went into it thinking that the camera was gonna bother me. It did, but not as much as I thought it would. I mean, in some of the early stages, I think the camera didn't really bother me as much, but I think for some of the later stages, not having a more updated camera kind of hindered some of those later stages. But overall, I had fun with the game. Yeah, it's just, a nice pick up and play game. You just pick it up and, get a star and then quit, 10 minutes later. I don't have the desire to 100% it or anything, but, I definitely enjoyed my time with it. That was the only game I played out of the collection so far. I started Mario Galaxy a little bit, but I think Mario 64 kind of burned me out, so I just need a break from Mario and his mustache for a little bit.
So how many stars did you get in Mario 64?
I got the bare minimum to beat the game. I think that was 70 or 80. I forget the number.
Yeah, I think 70. Yeah.
70. Yeah, I just got the bare minimum to beat it.
Yeah, most people only do the bare minimum in that type of game. Nobody, just to try to do more than that is just agonizing. Yeah.
Were there any missions that you did that stood out that you really liked, Melvin?
No, not really.
Yeah,
There
I
weren't
mean,
any.
it's like you jump around, you pick up stuff, you jump on stuff,
Yeah, I can see
rinse
what
and
I didn't
repeat,
like.
and then
I
kill
didn't.
yourself.
I didn't like any of the flying shit where you would put on the flying hat.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
really
those
really
aren't that
bad
much
flying
fun.
in that game. I hated any stars dealing with flying. And the
Did you
other
find?
thing. Oh, go ahead.
I just did you find the flying cap on your own without a guide?
Yeah, I did. I didn't use the
Yeah.
guide at all. Yeah.
Nope.
And the other thing is the camera, the inverted camera. That's the thing that did kind of bother me. The controls are kind of weird for me, and they don't give you the option to change them. So like in the water levels, when I press up, I expect to like swim up to the surface, but when I press up, I go down, and it's just kind of really threw me off in some of those water boards, not having the ability to invert my controls for that game.
So they didn't fix anything in that game. It's like
No, it
completely
was
the same?
just a straight up port, no HD, no
wow.
No,
widescreen.
it's HD. It's HD.
I guess they did the
Just
bare
here.
minimum.
Bare minimum. Bare
But yeah,
minimum.
it is the bare minimum. Yeah, they really didn't add much of anything at all.
Dang.
Yeah, I think they added like a soundtrack that you can go listen to, but only virgins do that. So
I mean, when you got one of the greatest games of all time, what's to add? What's there to even do?
We're talking
I mean,
about Mario
overall, I
64?
would recommend it if you haven't played it in a while. If this is your first like time ever playing it, I wouldn't play it because unless you have like nostalgia for it, you probably wouldn't enjoy it. I would just recommend go playing Mario Odyssey as opposed to trying to go back and play Mario 64. But if it's something that you enjoy, 25 years ago when it released, yeah, give it a shot. Go check it out.
How long was it to beat, Melvin?
Probably took me about 15 hours.
Okay.
12 to 15 hours.
So fairly long, actually.
Yeah.
Quick story about Mario 64. I did have it on the Nintendo 64. I never beat it because the camera was just awful. Just a terrible camera. And then I ended
You
up
played
getting
it back when it came out?
Yeah, back then.
What camera was better in 1996? I'm curious.
The Legend of Zelda.
Which
About
one?
like 2 years later.
Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, that's
Both of them. Yeah. The Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. The camera is way better.
Yeah, but
And
that
that
came out afterwards anyway.
That might have been the problem. I played the Zeldas before I played the Mario, and I was like, this camera sucks. But anyways, to conclude my story, I bought it again for the 3DS, and I tried playing it on that, and I vomited on my 3DS, and so I couldn't do it.
Oh shit.
That one does have
3D
pretty
and the
bad
the
controls. You
camera,
gotta use
yeah.
the touchpad for the stick. That's kind of.
Yeah.
Or you use the D-pad, which is not good either. Yeah, the 3DS was rough to play through that.
That was a true story, by the way. End of story.
How'd you clean the vomit?
I threw it away.
Oh shit.
And
used to play.
I did like I mentioned, try Mario Galaxy, and that seems pretty cool. But the thing about it, I hate so I don't play my Switch in I only play my Switch in handheld mode pretty much, and I hate that they make you do touch screen, like use the touch screen for some of the missions and abilities in that game. That
that's
kind of
weird.
sucks. I don't want to touch the screen. I just want to use the D-pad and the
How would you
controller.
play if it's docked?
I don't know.
Oh, you do. It's motion controls, so you just
I don't
even
want
if you're
that
playing with
either.
the Pro
Those are
controller,
worse than touchscreen.
it's really like for Mario Galaxy though, it's minimal what you're using the pointer for. It's like collecting star bits and it's like optional stuff.
Donovan, would
But
you say it's minimal, or would you say it is affecting your gameplay?
well, he's
It
doing
really is.
handheld, so
Yeah,
I
it
can't. I can't
affected my
speak to the
gameplay.
touch.
I didn't like it, man. I didn't
shit.
want to use touchscreen.
Man, all this gimmicky controls, man. Children stuff.
But yeah, I mean, I'll go back to it at some point. I just needed to take a break from it because I didn't enjoy the touchscreen aspect of it.
All right, Melvin. That was the only mustache game you had for.
That was the only mustache game I had. Yeah.
What else you got for November?
Dude, I have a banger. Ratchet and Clank PS4, dude. This game caught me by surprise, man. It's definitely one of my favorite games that I've played this year. It's made by the creators of Spider-Man, which we'll talk about a little later in this episode. By Insomniac Games. But Ratchet and Clank, dude, this game is amazing. It's not really a platformer. It's more just like almost like a shoot 'em up, a 3D shoot 'em up almost in a way. But like, there's so many different weapons in this game that's so fun. Every single level is unique to the point where it never gets boring. Like you're always doing new stuff, like playing with different characters, different type of missions, different abilities, and it makes me want to go back and actually 100% this game. It's really that fun. I didn't expect this. This was just a game that I picked up for $10. Just let me check it out, see what it's about. But it really wowed me, man.
I think it was PS2 when I first played Ratchet and Clank. It was really good.
And this game is like a remake of that one, right? A remake of the first one.
Yeah, I've never played any. This was my first one playing. They said it's like a reintroduction to the series, so you don't need to play the previous ones to jump into this one. This is kind of like, just starting the story from ground up, and just really telling the story.
Would you say the camera is better or worse than Mario 64?
Oh man, that's like night and day.
What about you said it's minimal platforming, but would you say the platforming is better or worse than every Mario game you've ever played?
Yeah, you got it there too, Darkside. You got it.
It's unbelievable.
So since we're asking about Ratchet and Clank, like as a character, is Ratchet or Clank, either one of them, are they both better than Mario as a character, or is Mario a better character?
Mario doesn't talk much, man. Mario's
shit.
Oh boy.
Mario's kind of a mascot, isn't he? Like Ratchet and Clank they have character. And
yeah, they have personality. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Mario.
That's why they're
Mario's just
doing
a
that
mascot.
Ratchet and Clank theme park, right? Because they're such great characters. They're doing a theme park on Ratchet and Clank. That's right. Wow.
Hey,
I never
Ratchet
thought-
and Clank had a movie, right? And then they had a Mario movie. Which one was better, do you think?
Probably the Mario movie. I love it.
I believe that movie is literally just cutscenes from the game that they pasted together to make a movie.
Really?
That's
I
what
didn't know that. Really?
Yeah.
It pretty much
I
sounds
I
like
think it only
Sony-
made like
Sony game to me.
$100,000 or something too.
It went to the theater too?
Yeah.
That piece of shit with Bob
Oh
Hoskins.
shit!
Yeah.
You said Bob Saget was in it?
And that John Leguizamo John Wick guy.
Yeah, John Leguizamo.
He's part of the pasta theme,
But yeah, definitely check out Ratchet and Clank. I recommend all you guys play it. Everybody who's listening play it. It's an amazing game from start to finish. Like a wholesome experience. A lot of fun.
I bought it, man, but you're hyping it up like nothing else. I don't know.
I haven't been wrong yet, man. What have I hyped up that's not lived up to expectations?
I guess I'd have to play a game first. That you hyped up.
Your fiance football team.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Can't even
That's a
keep the
joke.
trophy at your house. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's rough, man. Rough. Then the last game I played this month was Hotline Miami on Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
So this is I picked up the Hotline Miami collection on Switch on sale in the eShop. It came with Hotline Miami Part 1 and Part 2. So I just beat Part 1 this month, and it's pretty dope. It's just it's made by Devolver Digital. They make some fire games like Ape Out and Enter the Gungeon and some other good stuff. But really, it's similar to like a Katana Zero if you played that, where it's like one hit you die. So you just run through the board, you pick up random different weapons, and you try to make it out the level without getting hit. And it's they throw a lot of different random stuff at you. The story isn't that great, but it's really a good pick up and go game where you have a lot of fun just playing it in short bursts.
Yeah, I've heard that it's a lot of fun. I've also heard it's hard as can be.
No, it's not that hard. It's yeah.
No? Okay.
The levels are like really short, but like they're really hard. You have to get like an exact path through the level. to make
Yeah.
it.
You'll die, and the nice thing about it is like when you die, it's like a quick respawn. So like you just pop right back and go again. So you'll try and go through a board and like kill like 20 men before they kill you. But if you die, you just start back at the beginning of the board and just go right back through it again. But the more you die, the more you learn. Like, oh, maybe I should have took a left here and grabbed the shotgun instead of the machine gun and stuff like that.
Cool.
So you're gonna play number 2?
I will play number 2 at some point. Yeah, definitely will play that.
I'm pretty sure that was like a PlayStation Plus free game at some point, right, Darkside?
Yeah, it was.
Hotline, yeah, because I'm pretty sure I've got it on something, but I've not played it.
And then I want to talk about one more game that I haven't beaten yet, but I know you guys are gonna say I overhyped this, but so recently I got a new iPhone, right? And
I know what it's gonna be.
I'm telling you, man. I bought a new iPhone and it came with 3 months free of Apple Arcade, man. That might be the Switch killer, Brian. And the reason I'm saying that there's this one game. I don't know if you guys have heard of Grindstone.
Oh shit!
No.
This is not what I thought you were
Dude,
gonna say.
this game is so fucking good. So fucking good. It's a color matching puzzle game. And 100%, this is the best color matching puzzle game of all time. Now, before you guys say, oh, what about Tetris? What about Puyo Puyo? Fuck those games. This is 100% better, dude. 100% better. Like, so it's like first of all, the animations, like it's a guy, right, that you're controlling, and like you're slaying these little beasts that like, and you're trying to slay these like little creatures that are a certain color to like get through each level, and like the music in this game is probably top 10 best music I've heard in a video game of all time.
You say that every
Top.
podcast.
Dude, like when you play this game, man, top 10 best music in any video game of all time. And it's a
You
puzzle,
tone deaf?
color matching puzzle. Dude, I'm telling you, man.
So wait,
Last
when you say
10 months have been his like best 10 months in video gaming.
So wait, what's the game called? Grinder? Let me download it right now.
No, Grindstone.
Well, you know you are Grinder. That's how we met.
And the thing about it is like it's so dope. Like you get like new weapons, so you can go like replay boards with like different abilities, right? So you get like different suits that help you block attacks, or like different weapons that help you, do different combos to get through the levels. Like it's so much fun. I haven't played any other game since I picked this game up. Pretty much, it's that addictive.
So is it free because you have the Apple gaming thing or whatever?
Yeah. So it's free. It's or if you don't have Apple Arcade, well, Apple Arcade is only $5 a month, and it comes with a million games. But I'm just stuck on this one because it's so dope.
Does it have any microtransactions? Like,
no
can you-
microtransactions. No.
Oh, so I was gonna ask how much money you had paid into it, but
It's
there's not even-
150 levels, and you just go through that. I'm on like probably like a third through the game now, like level 50. There's like bosses in the game. Like, have you ever played a color matching game with bosses, dude?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, what game?
Yeah.
Muff?
It's like a Street Fighter Tetris type game where they
Ooh,
fight
Super Puzzle Fighter.
Oh, yeah,
Super
yeah,
Puzzle
yeah.
Fighter. That's a great game.
That is a great game.
This
Yeah.
is 10 times better.
You don't know.
100%. 100%.
100 times better than Tetris. 10 times better than Super Puzzle Fighter.
But how's the camera?
Is it better or worse than Mario 64?
I could go on and on about this game, dude, but you guys have to play this game, man. Like, I know I hype shit up a lot, but this definitely deserves it. It's actually coming to Switch later, sometime next year too.
Oh, I'll hold off for that then. I hate mobile games.
I hate mobile games too, but this is the exception, Brian. I'm telling you. I'm in the same boat. Like, I hate mobile games. I never like them, but this is the exception.
$5 a month.
$5, you're gonna have the time of your fucking life.
3 minutes of free internet is all I need for time of my life.
All right, Melvin, you got anything else?
No, that was it for me, man.
All right, Spiral, you want to talk about the games you beat in November?
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't play any Mustache Games. It was a great concept, but the timing wasn't right for me. I was in deep with a different game. They had all sorts of types of facial hair and other kinds of hair, but no mustaches. But I do want to say, going back to Melvin's Mario 64 story or game and Darkside's story about Mario 64, I played that game when it first came out too, back in '96. I remember I would skip class. I'm dating myself. I'd skip class to go to Toys R Us, which I don't think are around anymore, because they had a working N64 with Mario 64 playing. And it's like the first game that was like kind of like open world, like not like, left to right scroller that I've ever played. And it was the first game that had the controls, like the thumbstick, right? Was the N64 controller the originator?
Yeah,
of the,
yeah. The first mainstream one, at least, yeah.
So all of those things are fucking mind blowing back then. Like that when that game came out, like I didn't get the camera was annoying, but like no other game had a camera. So it's like I didn't even realize it fucking sucked back then.
So when you played it back then, did you throw up also?
I did not throw up. No, I did not throw up. But I do recall the camera being annoying in some areas, but not to the level as you would think of it right now, Dark Side. I'm sure if I played it again, I'd be like, fuck this game because of the camera. But 20 years ago, it was state of the art. So that was a really cool experience when that game came out. So no Mustache Games for me. The only game I played this month, my beat of the month, was The Witcher 2: Assassins of Kings on the Xbox 360. So I got this game actually on Games with Gold a long time ago. I'm not sure when, but I got this game for free. Back when they had decent games on Games with Gold. Now the games, I mean, are okay. They're free, so you can't really complain, but they're not, The Witcher, or I think I got 2 Gears of War games free on Xbox Live Games with Gold. But it's a good game. Even though it came out in 2011, it's a little dated in some areas, but I didn't have that difficult a time playing it. To me, it was still pretty modern. And of course, CD Projekt Red is in the news right now. The developer, they're coming out with a big game, hopefully coming out in the next couple of weeks. We'll see. But I really enjoyed the game. It was surprising to me in a couple different ways. As an RPG gamer, I'm used to humans and elves and dwarves and those things. But what I didn't realize with The Witcher, but I've seen the TV show, haven't read the books. First time playing the game was how adult this game is. Holy shit. This game is fucking a hard R.
What are they doing in there?
The game opens with a sex scene, basically.
Describe it to me.
Now we're offline, Dark Side.
Describe it to me right now.
Basically, you wake up with the main female characters of the game, Triss Marigold, and she's completely naked in bed. And you wake up and there's like a war going outside, and that's when you meet the Witcher.
What were you doing?
She's got we won't talk about that. She's got red hair. She's typical chick you see at a Renaissance fair. Well, not really. She was.
Have you been to a Renaissance fair?
How often do you go to Renaissance fairs, man?
She was thinner. I'll just say that. Anyway, and then the language. Holy shit! Like if I played this game on anybody else, I think they'd be freaking out because every other word is fuck, or or fuck, or bitch, or or whore. It's pretty much Muff's vocabulary.
Hey man, I've been saying shit in like 5 minutes.
Muff does a voice for the game and wrote the screenplay.
It is so there's so much violence. There's beheadings, and there's people getting tortured. There's a point in the game when the female characters gets her eyes cut out of her head with spoons. Like it's pretty fucked up. But the story itself is good too. It's there's no incest, but it's very much like Game of Thrones with the politics, different lands, different countries. You have friends who become enemies. You have enemies who become your friends. And the story's kind of interesting. Basically, your character, The Witcher, is framed for a murder he didn't commit, and he's trying to figure out why this guy murdered the king that he was with. And so The Witcher is now known as a kingslayer. And the other thing that was interesting is that there's there's like a subplot going on too, where the Witcher doesn't know his memory, like his memory got wiped. So on one hand, you're trying to figure out this mystery of who killed the king and why, and the second thing is you're trying to figure out what happened in the past and figure out your memory. And I'm guessing that the memory portion of the game is kind of is more focused in the third Witcher. Am I guessing right? From anybody who's played that game?
Not really, to be honest.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more figuring out why like Ciri is who she is.
Because Ciri's not even mentioned is mentioned in passing in the second game, and one of the main characters in the Netflix show is Yennefer, who is talked about in this game, but you never meet her, and you're trying to meet her, trying to find her. So the game's really cool. The plot's great. The game ends kind of suddenly. It's not a very long game by RPG standards, probably 25, 30 hours. and there's not a lot of side quests. And what I liked about this game too is that sometimes RPGs get bogged down in these mindless side quests. Like I like Skyrim, I like Oblivion, but man, some of those side quests are ridiculous, and they're kind of stupid. This game doesn't have that. The side quests are pretty short. They make sense. They add to the game's plot and history, and mythos of the Witcher universe. But it's not overdone like Oblivion and Skyrim. And then the game is pretty neat too. You fight a dragon, which is pretty awesome. And there's a couple of different paths you can take, like most RPGs. There's one main plot point where you kind of separate and go different paths. And if you go down one path and you do the other path, it makes the story make more sense. Because if you go down one path, some characters show up at the very end if you don't know much about. But if you do the other path, that character is the main part of that path. So doing both paths makes a lot of sense in the overall focus and plot of the game. So overall, that was a really good game. Again, there was lots of violence. There wasn't any mustaches, lots of beards, and lots of female genitalia.
Go on.
If we do another hair-themed month, I think The Witcher could possibly work.
So Witcher 3 wasn't as graphic. There was some nudity, but it was mostly like topless stuff.
Right.
Did you play this one, Moose? Witcher 2?
I played it. I never got that far. I never beat it.
The other thing too with the game, I think must start playing is that it's very dialogue heavy. Like there are some scenes where there's minutes and minutes and minutes of dialogue, which could turn off some people. I'm not sure if 3 is like that, but there are some points where it's like, yeah, let's get going. Let's start playing the game. Let's not just scroll through endless narration. But overall,
so was there voice acting like throughout the whole game or no?
Throughout the entire game, all voice acting. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's how the third one is.
Did anybody play part 1?
I have it on PC. I played it a little bit. It's really hard to play nowadays.
Oh, okay.
The camera's all jacked up, and it's only on PC.
Right.
The first one.
So did you read like a plot synopsis of the first game before you jumped into the second one, Spiral?
Nope. I just played the second one. Didn't look into the first game at all.
Went in raw.
For the most part, they're kind of standalone. Each one. I know like the whole universe is the same, but each game is complete on its own.
So do you know, Moose, if the video games, the TV show, and the books, do they all tie in together, or are they kind of separate universes?
I read the first book, which is like the collection of short stories, and some of those short stories are in the show and in Witcher 3. I like recognized them, but I think it's all like the same stories, just retold differently, I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah, it was a cool game. I'm looking forward to playing 3. I'm looking forward to watching the Netflix series, season 2 coming out soon, hopefully, and reading the books as well.
Nice.
All right, cool. You play anything else, Spiral?
That was it for me. I started playing a Switch game. Hopefully I'll talk about it more next month or the month after. It's Fire Emblem.
Nice. Cool. All right, Moose, you want to talk about the games you beat in the month of November?
Yeah, so November, I didn't beat any Mustache games. I tried playing a couple. I didn't get very far, but the games I did beat, I beat Destiny 2 Beyond Light 3 times, actually, Darkside, so I can count that 3 times. And it's basically the newest expansion of Destiny. It came out a couple weeks ago. It's more Destiny
1 or Destiny 2?
Destiny 2, sorry. Destiny 1, they stopped expanding on it. Yeah. So Destiny 2, if you like Destiny 2, you're going to like this expansion. If you don't like the game, it's pretty much more of the same with a new subclass, so you probably won't care. But I liked it. The subclass is basically like, so 3 main subclasses you have are like electricity, which is arc, and then solar, which is like fire, and then void, which is like, I don't know, it's just like a purple, like magic kind of. Yeah, kind of, yeah. But so all 3 of those are considered light classes, and this new one is a dark subclass. So it's like the darkness is who you're fighting the whole time. It's just like a faceless alien power that you're getting your abilities from, I guess. But it's pretty cool. It's a new take on the game, and it added a lot more variety in PvP. It was pretty broken right away, but it's been really fun.
You play it solo or with other people?
I've been playing solo for the most part. There's a shitload to do, like to unlock everything. The new raid got released this past weekend, and people online are going crazy. I haven't done it yet.
Anybody else in here play that?
No, the
I
trailer
did.
did look amazing though.
I jumped on for about 20 minutes and fuck this. Shut it off.
What did you like about it, Muff?
Why?
It just, you stare at it and you start boom, boom, boom with your guns and shooting up, and then just fuck it, done.
Call of Duty got released this month too, so Muff went pretty balls deep in there. I got Call of Duty recently, so I started playing that a little bit with Muff, but I haven't touched the campaign yet.
You feel like you're gonna navigate towards Call of Duty a lot more than Destiny now?
Me? No,
Yeah.
probably not. No. Call of Duty I'll play with the boys. Destiny is like my main game still.
All right, cool. Moose, you got anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Bash, what games do you play for the month of November?
Yeah, this month, the main character technically does not have a mustache. It was Hades. And the thing is, Hades has like a 4-foot long mustache that like crosses in the middle and then goes down from there. And that's like the logo of the game. You see it like all over the place. So I don't know if that counts as a mustache game or not.
Oh,
Yeah, it
That
is.
sounds like it counts.
But that was my main game for this month. Basically like a roguelike. You don't know what that is, you like play through the game. It's not a very long game, but it's randomized every time. You play through, when you die, you get sent back to the beginning. But then you can like slightly upgrade a little bit each time you go through. And like as you go through, you can kind of like get gifts from the gods to like upgrade you. Well, the plot is you're like the son of Hades, like the Greek god. You're trying to like escape from his house out of hell up to the surface. They don't really tell you why at the beginning, but it kind of unfolds as it goes along.
Sounds
And-
familiar.
Yeah, it's kind
No, like
of
at my house. Anyways, continue.
yeah. But yeah, basically you just go through. You try and get like different combinations of different gifts from the gods, like to like add to your different attacks, because like they're helping you escape because they didn't know you existed. It gets kind of convoluted, but like yeah, basically you just got to try over and over again to get to the top. I beat it on my 51st try. So
Nice.
Shit.
Damn.
How many hours did it
runs
take
don't
you?
last. They usually only last like 15, 20 minutes. Usually early on they only last like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta see. It's just like a little bit at a time. You gotta. Different gods will give you different things. Like Ares will give you like a delayed, like when you hit someone like a second later, they'll take a bunch of damage. Or if you got like Athena, all of hers are like defensive oriented. Like your sword slash will like knock back projectiles. It's stuff like that. And you have to get like just like the perfect combination of like attributes onto a certain weapon. If you're using a different weapon, you got to get a whole different combination of things on your way up. Like it's
Is there a lot of replayability, you think, after beating it?
yeah, actually after you beat it, like that's kind of like the first half of the story almost, and then yeah, like it just you got to keep playing again and again to get like the full story.
Oh, okay.
Are you
So I've
trying
heard-
to do anything different on those subsequent playthroughs, or?
The gameplay is exactly the same, but then the plot just keeps going after
Yeah,
that. I won't spoil anything, but like
Would you say this is Game of the Year material, Bash?
maybe not, but it's the kind of thing that like the gameplay isn't the greatest, but when you die, you're so pissed off at the reason you died, so you got to go back and try and do it a little bit different the next time.
Our social media say Hades. Everybody's talking about it. Like it could be Game of the Year, Beat of the Month at Twitter. By the way, but everywhere you go, anytime you go up on side there, everybody's talking about Hades. And it's probably for that reason right there. You get pissed off about how you die, and it's like, fuck this shit, I'm coming, bitch.
I didn't even really hear about it too much, but someone in the group chat, they said it was on sale, so I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
What did you get it for? What system?
Switch.
Nice.
Hey, Switch, good job.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll do a deep dive on it sometime in 2021.
Not a port, so that's good.
Yeah. I guess Emil, you didn't like it too much.
Yeah, Emil, what are your thoughts? I know you played this.
Yeah, I liked it, but yeah, it pissed me off, just like you said, every time he died. And dude, not even close to the 51st attempt. I died like 200 times or something. I just kept getting so frustrated, and I just tried to go through it as quickly as possible. But like Bash said, you have to build off of your weapons you get or what the gods give you, and I was not doing that. So
do you feel like it's hard, or just like a Cuphead type hard, or?
It was it's
kind of got to get different. Like,
you almost exactly like Bash said. You almost got to get lucky at certain points, you know. So if you don't get the right combo or use it,
you kind of got your money. You kind of build up over time. You can upgrade a little bit between runs, so you're kind of getting a little bit stronger each time. So
right, yeah. I only beat like the first 2 or 3 bosses. I think how many are there, Bash? Like 7 or 8.
There's only like 3 main bosses. So.
Oh man, okay.
So you might be closer than you think.
Yeah,
Emil.
I might be better than you thought.
Yeah.
Did you get to the lava area?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Keep at it, Emil. You get there.
Yeah, I'll keep playing. I haven't played it in a while. I switched to a different game, but yeah, I'll go back to it.
All right, Bash, you got anything else for the month of November?
No, it's kind of a weird one. I played Virtual Racing, also on the Switch. They kind of did an HD kind of upscale of it. Kind of game from like 1992. But what they did, they kind of upped it up to 60 frames per second. They sharpened it up so it actually looks good on big screens. It's just fun to jump into every once in a while. It ain't complicated. There's an accelerator and a brake button. Like, there ain't any power sliding or anything. It just looks good. It looks surprisingly good on a big screen, like, with it sharpened up. There's only like 3 tracks in it, but I can get first place on the first track, but I can't place on the other 2.
Do you think it's a better game than Mario Kart?
Probably not, no.
Oh. You must have had nostalgia for this game. What made you buy this game?
I was just looking into Sega crap for a while, so I just picked it up. And and actually, I did beat the first track and it at first place, and it does give you credits after you beat it. Now that I'm thinking about it, so there's another game I did actually beat. So.
Admit that, man. What is the frame rate like? I know some of those early 3D games, the frame rate is what kills me. They just it's like a slideshow.
I mean, they like remastered this one pretty good, so it runs at like smooth 60 frames a second.
Nice.
Game, so yeah, it might be. It's like $7 if you feel like playing an old racing game. So yeah.
It sounds like the remaster is better than the Mario 3D Stars remaster.
I tried to tell you guys not to get that game, but everybody got it.
I did not get it. I like my money.
I played a lot of the Mario All-Stars collection. I don't care if it was remastered or whatever, man. Those games are classics. So Super Mario Galaxy I talked about last time. So I went back. I finished all 120 stars. I mean, that game's a masterpiece. It's amazing. Melvin, you got to go back to it. It's great.
No, you don't.
Well, you don't have to, but I would, highly recommend. Or you can play your mobile bullshit, whatever. That's fine.
It's a space game, so he's probably not gonna like it.
I went and I played. So around the same time they did the Super Mario 3D All Stars, they put Mario All Stars on the Nintendo Switch Online. So I played through Mario Brothers 3, the Super Mario All Stars version, which I've played through it before, but I don't do it that often. So I mean, Mario 3 is an amazing game. Like, I think I know everything about that, but every time I play through it, I find something new. You know, some hidden one up I didn't find before. I mean, that game's just great because there's so many unique ideas that they only do in one level, and then that's it. Like the shoe that you get from the Goomba in only one level, you're hopping around. You know, there's a level where there's a star that you have to get like continuously throughout the level, and if you don't have a star when you get the next one, then it's just like a coin or something. So like little things like that. You know, I believe the game's known as being kind of difficult, but I mean, I've played through it so many times that I was able to breeze through it pretty quickly. But I mean, if you haven't played those old school Marios, I mean, I definitely recommend doing the Nintendo Switch Online, playing that one.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Would you say Mario 3's camera is better or worse than Mario 64?
I mean, there is no camera, so by default, I guess it is better.
What do you mean there's no camera? How
It's
do they
just
go
a
left
side
or right?
scroller.
And then the flippy tail thing, he'd be up to go up.
That's a good
Bob's
point.
got a
Bob.
point.
Yeah,
He's got
Bob's
the
got a
flippy
great
tail point.
So yeah, Mario 3, it's amazing. So the last game that I played on the 3D Mario collection was Super Mario Sunshine. I saved that for last just because it seems like people that have played it recently did not like it, and they don't look back on it fondly, or maybe they looked back on it fondly, but when they played it, they didn't like it. You know, I thought it was great. I thought it was fun to play through. I mean, it's definitely got flaws, but I mean, the controls are super tight. You get that jetpack that helps, like, you know, makes platforming a lot easier. But I was surprised at like how tight the controls are. I mean, Mario's almost like twitchy when you're using him. Like, he has like almost no momentum, which they added a lot of momentum to Mario Galaxy. But yeah, I mean, I hadn't played through Mario Sunshine since it came out, which was like 2002. So I mean, it had been a long time since I had touched it. So it took me a while. In the beginning, it was taking me a long time. Like, I was surprised how long it was taking me to get some of those shines. I mean, it's really difficult too. I'd say it's probably the hardest 3D Mario in general. And part of the reason of why it's difficult is in Mario 64 and in Mario Galaxy, you can get whatever stars you want in whatever order you want. And then as soon as you hit a certain number, you can beat the game. But in Mario Sunshine, you have to beat the first 7 stars for every level. So if there's a star that's really hard to get, there's no way to go around it. You've got to get it. So it's not really a great design choice because some of those that you have to do are kind of annoying. But overall, I mean, I thought it was a lot of fun. And
So I've never played the game. What are you doing with the water backpack? Are you spraying plants and shit? And
yeah, so like you know, sometimes there'll be like enemies that are covered in mud, so you got to spray them, and then after you spray them, you can attack them. Or like there'll be a mission where it's like, oh, the beach is filled with mud, like spray it down in 3 minutes. Or a lot of
Like
times
paint
you're just,
too, right?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like
Paint you had to
fun,
spray
man.
off?
yeah, like paint and stuff. Like the mud's usually like colorful and stuff. It's fun. I mean,
It was fun on
go
on
clean the beach for
GameCube.
in under
I
3
remember.
minutes with a water gun?
I mean, it breaks up the
It's like a water pack. It's like a jetpack almost.
yeah, and there's not that many
was,
levels. Where
It
you're
was
doing
cool,
that.
but I remember it being on the GameCube. It was kind of difficult to control a little bit. Like, it wasn't as easy as it could have been. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean,
It's been
so
a long
there's some
time since I played
levels.
that.
There's some levels where they take away the jetpack, and that is hard because you're using the jetpack all the time as a crutch. So like one of the jetpacks, it propels you upwards, and it lets you like slow your descent kind of. So it makes precision platforming a lot easier. But when they take that jetpack away, you have no safety net at that point. So that can be hard to get used to. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, I thought the controls were actually pretty good. The camera, you know, they give you more freedom with the camera, which I actually like better than Mario 64. I mean, the camera's buggy. Like, there's sometimes where you move the camera around and there's just a big wall that's like blocking everything you can see.
Did you wait for the update to play it, or because didn't they update a camera patch or something for that game?
They
They
made
still
it so
haven't yet.
you could. No, they did. Yeah.
They did?
Yeah, so you
Oh.
can do inverted camera, which I did switch. I played it for a couple hours before they did that, and I didn't have too hard of a time because mainly I'm doing camera motions left and right and not up and down. So I didn't have too hard of a time with it. But I mean, I prefer having control over the camera, even if I move it into a position to where I can't see anything, versus in Mario 64 where it'd be like da-na, da-na, where it doesn't let you move it at all. Like I always found that to be really frustrating.
Why the hell would Nintendo patch Sunshine but not do Mario 64?
Laziness, man, laziness.
I believe they did not do Mario 64. I can't confirm.
No, they didn't. Yeah, that's why
Oh,
I thought they didn't. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm wondering why they didn't.
You do control more of the inverted you do more camera control in Mario Sunshine for sure. And I think a bigger part of the inverted controls is the water pack, making that inverted, which you're definitely doing a lot with the water pack. I don't know why they didn't add it to Mario 64. It is a lazy port. Like, I love those games, but it is a lazy port. It's bare bones. So, yeah, I mean, I can't really defend why they didn't add Mario 64, like, the inverted to that. But so, yeah, I got about 65 shines. I don't know that I'm going to go back and do the rest. I'm certainly not going to get them all because a lot of them are hidden around, like, these blue coins that you have to get, which are a pain in the ass to collect through all the game.
Did you do it back in 2002?
I did not, no. The blue coins are really difficult because so every level has 30 blue coins, but every level also has 8 different instances based on what star or what shine you're trying to get. So if I need to get one specific blue coin, it may be hidden in one of the 8 instances. So unless you use a guide very thoroughly, you'd just be looking forever to try and find those coins because you don't know in what instance of the level you need to go into. So it's one of the biggest downsides of that game, that it really de-incentivizes doing that. And that, like, the shines you get from the blue coins have no purpose towards beating the game because you have to beat the first 7 shines of every level to unlock the last level. It doesn't matter how many total shines you get. Melvin, the main theme's amazing. I mean, the rest of the music is kind of forgettable, but that main theme is great. So you'll probably like that.
I like that town theme too. The guitar song. Is that what you're talking about? Or?
Well, that
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like my favorite song in it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. And then I played Super Mario Bros. 35. I'm not going to go into this a lot. It's that battle royale where you're playing against 34 other people. You're just trying to run out the clock. So I got first place in that. It took me, 10, 15 tries. I'm not going to go back to it and play anymore. After Darkside got first place, I had to get first place, so that's why I played it.
You're not going to go back to
game
it?
too.
No, I'm not going to go back and play more. I saw what I needed to see out of that game, I think.
It was still fun, like collecting all the icons or whatnot.
It was fun. But really, my main drive was just to get first place. That was it. So, and then the last game I played with somebody that has a mustache. So I played Yakuza 0. So you play as 2 main guys. One guy does not have a mustache. The other guy has barely a mustache, but I'm still going to count it because it's something. I've been buying these Yakuza games since they came out, but I haven't played like any of them. So I was hesitant to start with 0 because it came out like well after a lot of the other games came out. But I decided to go with that one because a lot of people recommended it. I mean, it's an amazing game. There's just so much going on. The game world itself is actually very compact. It's not that big. I mean, you can run across the entire map in 5 minutes, but there's just so much to do. So you've got 2 main characters and you switch back and forth between their plots. And then there's just so both main characters each have 3 different fighting styles. So the one guy has like a fighting style where you're fighting like Eddie Gordo, like you're doing like dance moves and stuff, but you're like just twirling all around. And then he has like a baseball bat that he uses, and you can like swing it around. You can upgrade all of their different abilities using like this skill tree that then you unlock like the ability to do that with money. Like everything's surrounded about money. And the way that you earn money is going around town and like doing various tasks, or there's like 2 big main side quests. I mean, I could go on and on. There's just a ton going on in this game. But really, like, just to run through some of the side quests that you can do, you can go to a baseball batting cage, you can play darts, you can play pool, you can go bowling, you can play mahjong, you can play shogi. There's multiple dice games, card games, disco dancing, karaoke, brain games. There's an arcade filled with Outrun, Space Harrier. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff that you can do.
And that's just all side quest, right? I mean, that's not even the main game.
That's all side quests. Yeah, that's all. There's so many side quests that you can do. So the main game, if you were to breeze through it as fast as you could, would probably take you about 30 hours. Because there's 16 chapters, and the main plot of the game is very serious. It's about like a murder cover-up, and about like, you know, you're trying to hunt down this woman, and but all the side quests that you can do are very funny. Like there's a little boy comes up to you and he's like, hey, I want to buy something out of this vending machine, but my mom won't let me. And you find out that it's a porno mag vending machine. And then there's like all these NPCs walking around, but you don't want them to catch you shopping out of a porn magazine vending machine. So you have to do a stealth by them. Yeah, I don't know.
They're honorable, man. The Japanese, man. You can't.
So honorable, they put goddamn Mario in any fucking thing, throw a mustache on him, and Yoshimitsu getting Brian money every year.
Jesus. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's just an incredible game. I mean, if you wanted to get completionist and everything, it'd be like 150 hours or something. And the thing that's so cool about the game is that everything is kind of interlocked. So when you're doing a lot of these side quests, you're not just doing them to do them. You unlock these points that then let you unlock other abilities. And then those abilities can also help you in the main side quest. Each character has like a main side quest. It's like the main money building. Like one of them, you're doing like real estate property buying. And then the other one, you're like running a cabaret club. And as you go around and talk to people, you recruit people to like work in your cabaret club. And I mean, there's just a ton of stuff to do. It's an amazing game. I mean, that series is daunting.
Like a Shenmue type game, or is it different?
Yeah, you know, it gets compared to Shenmue, and I think the comparisons are kind of fair, but it's just so much more fast-paced, flashy, where Shenmue is very subdued, very slow, very more serious. I mean, this has serious main plot, but then it's like off the walls goofy with the side plots. So
kind of more like GTA, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's no driving, so I guess that would be one differentiator. But the fighting's all brawling pretty much. Like it's like a brawler. That's the like when you're fighting against like bosses or against like random NPCs that are walking around. Yeah, I mean, you pick up some weapons as well, but like there's not like much gunplay or anything like that.
Yeah, I think I tried that game. I didn't play it very much, but I think I was in like an alley fight, like really early on in the game, and then I kind of stopped after that.
There's like ton of I mean, that's a big like in Shenmue. I played through Shenmue 3. You probably only getting like 20 fights in the entire game. Where this, I mean, you're getting into like 20 fights like every hour. You're just constantly fighting people.
Yeah, it seemed kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give it a shot. I mean, I don't know that I'd recommend starting with 0 because I haven't played the other ones to know like what the best starting point, but that's what the majority of people said.
That was like a reboot kind of, right? 0 was like an entry point for new players.
Maybe. I don't really know. Yeah, because I didn't play. I mean, I'm sure some of the characters like you would benefit somewhat for knowing who they are. Like I think the second main playable character, I think he's a big character in the other games, but so it probably would be fun if you knew who he was and now you're getting to play as him. So I kind of missed out on that, but I think 0 is supposed to be a good entry point to the game. And then the games I played that did not have anybody with a mustache, I played Splatterhouse 3. So I was trying to beat that in October, didn't get to it. So this was the last Splatterhouse that I had never beat, so I really wanted to beat it. I know, Bash, you said you thought it was easier than 2. I thought it was harder than 2. I mean, 2 I was able to get through just by memorizing stuff, but the enemies of 3, because it's more like a beat 'em up, there was more like randomness to it. So there were some enemies where it's like 2 hits and they kill you. And I was getting so pissed off because I just kept dying over and over again.
Yeah, I didn't have the patience for the second one, I think. 'Cause that one's just like perseverance gets you through that one. Like
Yeah,
you just got to
yeah.
play the same level over and over again. I couldn't do it, but on the third one, you got a little more control over what you're doing in that one. So
Yeah, I mean the third one's cool, like the way that it's laid out. So, I mean, you're in a house and you can like follow. You can go into any room you want, really. So it's not linear at all, which is cool for a game like that. And I didn't remember that you do not have to beat the level in the timer that they give you. There's a timer that's constantly, timing down, and then if you don't beat the level in time, then like one of the other characters dies, like your wife dies or your son dies. I never even got close to beating a level on time, so I don't know what route I would have to take there. But it was cool. Yeah, I'm glad I played through. It's one of those games that I've played before, but I just never played all the way through. And then the last game that I played, Mechtermination Force. So I know Melvin, you played this one. So it's like a cross between kind of like Contra and Shadow of the Colossus. So, but it's only bosses, and you're doing so you're shooting guns very similar to Contra, like it has a big spread or has like lasers and stuff like that. But the bosses are huge, and sometimes you're like grabbing onto their legs and like scaling their body and stuff. So the scope of it was really cool. I thought the controls were a bit loose. In the beginning, I was getting really frustrated because it didn't have really tight controls. So like I was falling off platforms all the time and stuff.
Amateur.
I mean, I beat it. I mean, come on now.
No, I agree. Yeah, the controls are a little loose, but yeah, I think it was a great game. Also, kind of reminded me of kind of like a Cuphead almost, but just from the aspect that it was all boss battles. But I think some of the bosses are really cool, like Brian mentioned, where you would like climb up and scale their bodies and shoot them up and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was pretty dope. It's pretty cheap too on the eShop.
Yeah, I think it's normally 12, but it was on sale for like $3 or something. So I mean, for $3, I'd definitely recommend it to anybody. But I don't know that I'd do the full 12 or 13. But yeah, that's all I got for the month of November. So then we're gonna move into Emil. You play anything in the month of November?
Emilio.
I've been playing Celeste, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool game.
Another one that I recommended, man. I'm on fire, y'all.
Yeah, Melvin's on fire, baby. I got the mech game too, that Mech Trauma Force or whatever it's called. But I got that I haven't played that yet. Moose gave me a shout out for Inside. I picked that one up. I picked up also Moose gave me a shout out for Golf Story. I picked that one up. And I also picked up Limbo. They were all on sale, so I have a catalog to play. Yeah, so I got games to play. I just haven't. I just been playing Celeste a lot. I think I'm on the 6th chapter. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The only thing about Celeste that I don't really care about is the whole leaf part where you grab it and you kind of move. It's kind of the controls are a little weird on that, but other than that, I like the game so far. So it's pretty good. But it's cool. I got it for $5. I don't think I'd pay 20 for it, but
Surprisingly deep story too.
yeah. The story's pretty deep actually. It's about like depression and stuff. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I haven't played any other games but that, so that's my short list.
Every time we bring up this game, I just do not remember Celeste the way you guys describe it.
What do you mean?
Describe Celeste, Muff.
Yeah, Muff.
I will have to send y'all some video of some gameplay.
Yeah, but that's
All right.
it for me. Yep.
All right, cool. Muff, what'd you play in November?
So, November 1st, I finished Mama Doodoo. So, if y'all want some insight on that, listen to our Scary Games pod. Get your fill on some titty meat. Go get that game. And I had some time to kill because I was looking forward to Call of Duty. And because for me, I'm like a pattern. I look forward to the Call of Duties when they come out in November, and I'll play that till like January. And then maybe I'll try an RPG, a longer one. But then I get burnt out, and I don't play for a while. But a big part of that is also my job. I'm extremely busy. So it's very pick and choose when I can play, when I can't play. But duty is really where I'm at. new mustache. I don't know. Some of them probably got mustaches, but I ain't playing no campaign. Campaign sucks unless Darkseid gonna run through it and Moose. I don't even know it's co-op, so I don't know. But I love the multiplayer because it's very quick, 10-minute games. You get your fill, keep going, and it's just like all the other Call of Duties. You get to level up new perks and kill streaks and unlock stuff. And just about any game where you're unlocking stuff, it just rewards you to keep playing. And I don't know, you'd swear Christmas news were out right now because I've got like a 5.0 kill death ratio or better. And I don't know what the hell's going on. But I'm whipping that ass right now.
I think they changed something in that game where it's almost like Destiny, where you get assists and they count as kills. It seems like that's what's happening.
Yeah, your counters don't reset to like your kill streaks.
Okay,
so that does help because people that aren't like going to get 20 kills in a row like Goose would, he'd be like, "Hey, revive me," and then he's getting like the crazy dogs, nukes, and all that. And that makes it more fun for people to play, and it's just a lot of fun. They got a bow in it. I like crossbow. To go to our first-person shooter, you'll hear a bit about that. Shot a guy in the dick, but they got a bow, and that's actually a lot of fun. And it's one of the easier perks to get, like right away. And so you get yourself in a tight spot. It's like, oh shit! Instead of reload, I got this bow I saved up. You pop that and pop, get that bitch and catch on fire. It's pretty fun. But y'all know duties. So Moose got on. Last night we played for a bit. Darkseid and I have been playing for a bit. It's fun. It's good to get the guys together. Just go kill some bitches. And
Spiral, you never get on duty?
I played like Call of Duty, like one of the original ones, way back in the day. But I never played a multiplayer. I played the campaign though. What's the most difficult? The highest difficulty setting on Call of Duty is like veteran or something, or remember that, Dark?
Like that. Yeah.
God damn, because I have OCD. I wanted to get all the achievements, so I played one of the Call of Duties on veteran, the campaign, and I fucking lost like 3 months out of my life playing that game. I was so fucking pissed. Holy shit! Like it took me like an hour to get through like 10 feet of the level at some points, but. I never played a multiplayer. I've only played like Halo with the guys. Call of Duty seems interesting, but I don't know, man. I just don't think I'd last playing that game.
It's fun because you take some like C4 and you throw it up on the ceiling, and then you go run in the corner because you know this bitch chasing you, and he come popping around, be like, "Ha pop, gotcha, bitch." And he's gonna get me and get the MC4 and see but blow head right off.
True that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're the only one with the you're the only one with a next gen console. What do you think about the Xbox Series X? Are you playing Call of Duty on that?
No.
That's his son's. It's not his, it's his son's.
Gotcha.
All right. So
shit, I'm pissed.
I played it. I had some time to kill because I'd wait for duty to come out, and it's mustache month, and so I played Monopoly, and got me some bonus points.
Did you play as the shoe?
No, the dog.
The dog.
Got the mustache.
The dog does have a mustache, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a dog.
Good choice.
What version of Monopoly was this?
Like regular Monopoly?
I think it was called Monopoly Plus.
You like
360 or?
You mean like Star Wars or sports or something? I don't know.
No, he just means where did you play it?
Well, it's on the Xbox.
Dark Side Monopoly Plus. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, it's on the Xbox. And I ain't gonna explain Monopoly. Y'all know Monopoly.
Did you win?
Yeah, bitch, y'all won. I took the utilities.
You
ain't even got own property.
Sound like a winning strategy.
You own the Mediterranean and you own the utilities and you win.
Oh man, you play Monopoly against me, it's gonna be a different story, man.
I get the railroads, man. Utilities ain't shit.
Hey, I got Dragon Ball Z
right.
Monopoly. After this pandemic, we'll play. We'll see who the winner is.
What? So, huh?
Did you play online or was it all single player?
No, there's other people.
Oh.
And last game I played was A Way Out, and I played that with Darkside, and we ain't done yet. But man, that game is fun.
Let's save that a little bit for the deep dive, Muff.
Asshole. All right.
Well, you can talk about it, but I just think if we talk about it too much now, we won't have.
No, Brian, we'll save it for the deep dive. That's cool.
You can talk. I'm sorry.
Classic Brian asshole, you know.
If you want to talk about a Muff, you can talk about it.
Destroyer of fun.
Just save it for the deep dive, I guess.
Destroyer of fun.
I'm joking, Brian. I'm joking, man.
Please, Muff. Please continue.
No, I'm good.
Well, I feel bad. I babbled for 20 minutes, and I told you to be quiet. But tell us about A Way Out. Tell us now, please.
No, I don't. No, we'll save it for the deep dive.
I really hope this doesn't get edited out, so it can be awkward.
These are sticking his goddamn dick in my mouth.
Say what now?
Wow.
That's
In the
unrelated
game.
to the game. No, that's unrelated.
I
I didn't get to that part.
I kept getting pushed against the wall, and Darkseid's shoving his dick in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Is this real life?
So it's real life and in the game. So
It's VR. You don't know.
So in real life, you know how that works. But in the game, when you would have to climb up walls, one guy would crouch down and put his hands together, and the other guy would put a knee up, and it looked like his crotch was going in the other guy's face. And Muff would always be the guy boosting me up, and we just kept commenting how I kept putting my crotch in his face.
After like fourth or fifth time, I just assumed the position. Like, come on, bring it.
Getting teabagged.
Well, that's a lot of fun. That's gonna be a good deep dive. It's a fun game.
Did you play anything else, Muff?
Clash Royale, but fuck them bitches going for one tower. I say it every episode. I don't give a fuck. 3 towers. Take 3 towers. Be a fucking man. Full credit. Participation trophy, 1 tower to assholes.
All right, Muff, you got anything else for November?
No. Probably. Fuck if I know.
Will Brian let you talk about it?
Oh shit.
Darkside, you want to talk about what games you played for the month of November?
Mustache Games. I only played a couple. Super Mario Brothers 35 was one of them. We pretty much covered that, but I mean, I played it. I think it was total of a couple hours. I had a little more fun with it than you did. I got first place twice, and
shit.
But I'll probably go back and play it a few times. Just to mess around with it. The other mustache game that I beat was the original Super Mario Brothers.
Wow.
It's a classic. Everybody knows what it is. Still a lot of fun.
Did you warp?
I did warp.
Did you play it on the Game & Watch, or what'd you play it on?
No, I wouldn't spend money on that. That's crazy. Who would do such a thing? No, I played it on the Nintendo
online.
The so-called online thing.
What's so called about it? Were you online when you played it?
No. But no, I mean it still plays exactly how I remember it. Still floaty. Not as good as like Little Big Planet controls, but
Yes.
still pretty good.
Not as good.
Little Big Planet.
Whiteyest platformer I've ever played in my life.
But
I couldn't play Little Big Planet for more than like 15 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I tried downloading some like custom maps, and then like it was confusing. I got it for free too, and I was like, yeah.
But Mario Brothers, man, it's fun. Can't go wrong. Outside of that, I played some Duty with Muff. Played some A Way Out with Muff. Muff and I just played games all month long.
Can you talk more about A Way Out?
I'm going to save it for the deep dive. I'm not an asshole.
Oh, all right.
I also played Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, just for the hell of it.
Did Disney make that?
No, it was LucasArts. This is from I want to say it was 2001 or 2002. It was right around when Star Wars: Attack of the Clones came out. It's a flight sim arcade shooter. It's takes place between the second and third movie. You're basically playing some throwaway characters that need to do some bullshit in space to save some outpost. It's fun. It's just a flight simulator type game. The only reason I played it is because Star Wars Squadron was coming out, and I felt like playing something similar. So I did.
Do you think it's going to be as good as Squadrons or better? Or
It got okay reviews back in the day. I think it were around 7 and 8s. Squadrons is sitting pretty around 8.5. So
okay.
I'm assuming that it'll be better.
I hope so. You guys convinced me to buy that shit game. So
yeah, I know we might deep dive that at some point. So we'll see how it is.
I only got it for the VR, so if it sucks, Melvin, I did not give a wholehearted recommendation for that.
Yeah, I will try that in VR, at least a little bit. Lastly, the only other game that I played was this little title called Marvel's Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. Outstanding game. Just outstanding. Probably, I would say, top 3 best PlayStation 4 games out there. The other 2 being God of War and The Last of Us Part 2. It's open world. It plays. I guess the best way to describe it would be it plays like the Batman Arkham type games, with the dodge parry mechanic that they have, but with Spider-Man abilities. Just a whole lot of fun. Started off like super strong, caught my attention, with its amazing action, cinematics, and good story, and it kept me basically playing all month. I mean, it said it was only supposed to take like around 33 hours, but I mean, I started playing it around the 8th or the 9th of the month and finished it up around the 28th of the month. So, I mean, I played it for a long time. One of my all-time favorites. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely in my top. I don't know if it's in my top 10. It's definitely in my top 20 all time.
Is there a main bad guy in that game?
There is. I don't want to spoil anything, but
yeah, that gets a little. Yeah.
The main I can say this, that the main villain throughout most of the game is this gang called the Demons, and they're trying to get their hands on this thing called the Devil's Breath, which is like a weapon to do bad shit basically. So for the most part, you're fighting, these demon type characters that wear these. They're basically just people that wear masks and they have certain abilities. Without getting into spoiler territory.
Yeah, I agree with Darkseid. Also, this is like one of my favorite PlayStation 4 games. Probably number 2, I'm guessing. Like God of War would probably be. Last of Us 2 would probably be number 1, and this Spider-Man would probably be my second favorite. But yeah, like you said, it's an amazing game. I've never played a game that made me feel like a superhero. Like it really made you feel like Spider-Man in this game.
100%. Yeah.
When you're just moving from place to place is so much fun.
Yeah.
It's like you unlock that ability to do backflips to gain extra points. Like just seeing how many times you can do a backflip between flips, like this is fun to move around even.
Is this a snowboarding game or what kind of game is this?
This is Tony Hawk. Remember, you unlocked.
Oh, it's Tony Hawk. Yeah.
Tony Hawk right now.
Badge does bring up a good point. At some point in the game, you unlock the ability to fast travel, and I did not fast travel one time because I just love swinging around throughout the map. It wasn't until the end of the game where I had to ride the subway, because when you fast travel, it shows you riding the subway rather than just like a loading screen. And you have to do it 5 times to get an achievement so that I could platinum the game. So that was one of the last things that I did.
Speaking of swinging around, do you guys remember in the Call of Duty lobby when we had everybody on both teams chanting "Swing your dick, bitch" over and over again? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I think that was Black Ops 2, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
So Darkseid, if Spider-Man's so great, why does it have a lower rating than Super Mario Galaxy?
Oh,
well, you see,
Shit.
I have a theory about that.
Gloves
And
are off.
my theory is pretty sound, is that most reviewers of video games are Nintendo fanboys. And what Nintendo fanboys tend to do is they rate Mario games one whole point higher than it deserves. So like if a Mario game deserves an 8, they'll always rate it a 9. And if, like Galaxy is an example, what's it sitting at, 9.75?
Well, Mario Galaxy 2 is the highest rated game of all time, so even if you take a point away, I bet it's still higher than Spider-Man.
It might be, but I'm just saying it's a point higher than what it deserves.
Fair enough.
Oh, shit.
Not
enough.
fair at all,
No,
actually,
Brian agrees
but-
with me. I've proved the point. All right, podcast over.
What else did you play, Dark?
The only other thing I played, which I finished today, was the first DLC for Spider-Man called The Heist. It's exactly more of the same, except for a new mini story. Lots of fun. If you like the main game, you'll like it. And that is it.
All right, so I think we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk through our top 3 mustache games of all time. So please stay tuned.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month.
And we're back.
And we're back to the Beat of the Month podcast. We're talking through the top 3 games that feature a mustache. And Melbro, how about you kick us off with your top 3 mustache games of all time?
All right, top 3 mustache games of all time. So coming in at number 3 for me, where you play with a guy with a mustache, would be Final Fight. You play with that guy. What the fuck is his name?
Hager.
Mike Hager. Yeah. So that was a good game for me, man. I played a lot of that, as a kid. I don't think I played with Mike a lot in the ones that you got to choose other characters, but yeah, Mike was pretty iconic, man. Big buff guy, mustache, memorable.
Hairy chest.
Remind
No,
you
he
of
didn't.
yourself,
He
Melvin,
didn't
or
have a
what?
hairy chest. I was thinking somebody else.
One suspender though.
One suspender, yeah. And then coming in at number 2 is my favorite game personally on this list, Metal Gear Solid. Solid Snake, man.
Solid Snake.
Boss, man, with a mustache. The OG. I remember playing that game as a kid, man. It just some of the innovation in it, man. Just everybody. I think everybody knows about Psycho Mantis and reading your memory card and making your controller shake with the rumble. It's just great, man. Great game, man. Good memories.
The first game, is that your favorite of the series?
The first is my favorite, yeah.
Yeah.
And then number 1 for me, man. I mean, you got to go with Mario. That's an iconic mustache. So I would say the best Mario game, Super Mario World, SNES. That'll be number 1 for me. Best mustache game.
All right, Spiral, you want to go down your 3?
Yeah, my 3 can be kind of strange. My third one is a modern game. There's a character called Dorian from Dragon Age Inquisition. He's got this crazy mustache, and he is super gay as well. And what I like super gay in the game, and what I like about the BioWare RPGs are the romances, and that you have straight characters, you got gay characters, you got other characters too, and you can pretty much they don't discriminate at all. You can have a gay relationship, you have a straight relationship. It's kind of neat to see in modern gaming that there's diversity, and I think from what I read that the Dorian character has a pretty big following on the internet, on Reddit. A lot of people are liking that character, so that's my number 3. My number 2 and my number 1 are both going to be Mario, but 2 different games. My number 2 is Super Mario Kart, because when this game came out back in the day for Super NES, I believe, I just didn't know what to expect when I played this game. Never really was a big racing fan, but I think anybody who's played Mario Kart loves that game. There's no one who hates that game. You may not ever play another racing game or kart game in your life, but you fucking love Super Mario Kart. I think it was an amazing game. I love the characters. I love the tracks from Rainbow Road to Bowser's Dungeon and stuff. That game to me is pretty legendary. So that's my number 2. My number 1's another Mario game, and it's going to be the original Super Mario Brothers back in 1985. This is the game that introduced me into video games. I played this when it first came out. I was like 9, 10 years old, and I remember my cousin got an NES, and he was with his mom on summer break in California. I was telling about this NES and this game he was playing called Super Mario Brothers, and how awesome it was. And I was like, okay, I have to get one. So we got an NES. I remember driving home with the game, looking at the box, and I couldn't even like understand what the game was like, because every game I played before that was like Donkey Kong, where you're stuck on one screen, or Pac-Man, right? You're stuck in that one screen and move within that screen. So when I saw the screenshot of like this guy jumping on pipes, I'm like, oh, do you have to like go through pipes and just go up and down? Like, how's this work? Like, I had no idea what a side-scrolling platformer was. So then playing Super Mario Brothers and actually moving across levels from left to right as a side-scrolling platformer, it really blew my mind back in the day, and it introduced me to video games. So that's my number one, probably my number one video game of all time, and definitely my number one mustache video game of all time.
All right, cool. Moose, you want to give your top 3?
Yeah, so my number 3 is going to be a little bit unconventional, but in World of Warcraft, the first character I made was a gnome warlock, and he had gray hair. I think it was like he had like a comb over and a mustache. So that's going to be my number 3. Number 2, I'll say Gordon Freeman. He's got the goatee. And then number 1 for me is Super Mario, the N64 one, Mario 64, because on that start screen you could play around with his face. I know he had a mustache back in the day,
right.
but on that start screen, and you could, and I'd always do that before I played the game. So I mean, it stood out as a mustache game to me.
And you did not get the 3D All Stars, right?
I did not, and I refused to. Unless it's like $20.
You're a man of honor. I like
Man
it,
of honor.
Moose.
All right, Bash, you want to do your top 3?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. These aren't my favorite like facial hair games of all time. I'm going strictly mustache because I kind of cheated on my first mustache game. So, and for my first, I'm gonna go with Metal Gear Solid 4. Very good mustache. A little bit heavy on plot. Like that game, that's like an entire TV series worth of plot. But like the actual gameplay parts are really fucking fun. Like it gets really in depth with like every gameplay thing in the game almost is optional. But like all of it is just you can like give like factions like rations to get them more on your side and stuff. It's just like little optional stuff that really makes it be really fun. And like the fighting system is like deeper than it really needs to be because you never have to like do any of the grappling CQC stuff, but it's there. And it's just fun to mess around with. And my number 2 is probably going to be Super Mario World. I'm going to take that one over Super Mario 3. I know that's kind of probably the 2 top like 2D Mario games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the Mario World side. I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
same.
Yeah. And my number 1 is probably going to be Mario 64. Controversial opinion here. I never had any problem with the camera in that game. I latched onto it immediately. I never had a problem with the camera in that game. Mario Sunshine was a little bit, you had to move it a little bit too much, but it was always pretty automatic in Mario 64. But
You hear that, Dark Side?
I heard.
Bash is just a little bit more advanced.
I would just sit there just puking constantly the entire time I was playing. It didn't bother me in the slightest because it just worked fine.
Makes sense.
Never got 120 stars, but
You never did one?
Time. No, I've never actually did that.
Uses though.
True. Yeah, I would just like the last level in that game. Like every once in a while, like I would just go back and just play the last level just over and over again.
I honestly don't remember the last level.
It was just epic at the time. Like the music was cool, and like yeah.
I think I remember the last platform you're on when you're doing the final boss fight, but I don't remember the level itself.
Yeah, it just looked cool back in 1996. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Right.
Bowser levels are like where they're just linear, straightforward. So that's why those stand out as being a little more fun. It's
It's like more like a platformer, like almost like a 3D side scroller or something. But
pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
no objectives. You're just going left to right, not left to right, literally, but from start to
Yeah,
finish.
it's more like traditional Mario gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thinking about it now, the game probably could have used a little bit more of that, but no complaints, really.
That's what's that new Mario game it's not new, but they're porting it to Switch. Mario 3D something, or what is it?
Yeah, Mario 3D World.
Is that
that's just
Bowser's Fury.
That's what Bash is describing, like that kind of platforming.
yeah. It's got a little bit of a different viewpoint, I guess. It's almost like isometric, but yeah, it's very similar to that. It's linear. You're just going from start to finish in those. All right, I'm gonna run through my top 3. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Henry Hatsworth in the Puzzling Adventure. So this was a game on the DS. I don't think it ever went anywhere else on the DS, but because the DS has 2 screens, the bottom screen is like a Tetris Attack type puzzle game, and the top screen is like a platformer, like shooter game. And you're going through and doing, it's like almost like Mega Man, you're jumping around shooting at guys, but then whenever you reach certain points, like the puzzle on the bottom screen is constantly rising, so you have to switch back and forth between playing the puzzle and then playing the platformer. So it's just very unique, very cool, utilize the dual screen in like an effective way, not just like randomly tacked on.
You said this was on Wii U?
This is on the DS. The
DS.
Nintendo
Okay.
DS, yeah. And I don't think it got ported anywhere, but yeah, it's pretty fun. Number 2, I'm gonna go with WarioWare Mega Micro Games. Anybody else played any of the WarioWare games?
Yeah, for
I
the
did
Wii.
play like the first 3, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like you get mini games thrown at you, but they're called micro games because they only take like maximum of like 10 seconds to beat. But the fun thing about it is when you first start playing it, you don't know exactly what you're even supposed to be doing in order to beat the mini game. And it's just like they throw mini games at you like one after another over and over. And it's just really fast paced, frantic. It's really fun and it's funny. And then number 1, I'm going with Super Mario World. I mean, my favorite game of all time. It's just an amazing game. All right, so next, Emil, you want to do your top 3?
Sure. My top 3, first one would be Mario. Probably Mario 3, because that was the first Mario I beat, and I just remember really liking it and playing it and trying to do like the little you can go behind this, the levels and things like that, or just like little kind of cool little neat tricks, for Nintendo when it came out. Number 2 would probably be Witcher 3. Geralt's got a beard and a mustache and everything, and I really enjoyed that game. And number 1 is going to be Solid Snake. Either Metal Gear Solid 4 or the first one. So, yeah, those are my top 3.
3 was good as well.
Yeah, I thought you liked
Snake
3
Eater.
the most, Emil, no?
I do like Snake Eater a lot, but looking back, 1 was like revolutionary for its time, and it still holds up with like the little switching the memory card, things like that. And 4 was cool because of like the cinematic like scenes and everything, and everybody knows I love graphics. So, yeah.
Better graphics.
How
That's
would
coming.
that work nowadays? Now that I think about it, like where you have to switch controller ports for Cyberman.
Yeah, I don't know how they would,
Spoiler.
would do something.
I mean, they ported it to like DS or something, right? What did they do?
Nobody
The
played
first
those.
game?
Nobody knows.
I thought they ported Metal Gear Solid, the first one, to some other system.
They ported it to the GameCube, and then I think they actually
Yeah,
ported it
yeah.
to modern consoles. No, never mind. That was 2 and 3. They ported together.
Well, it was on PS3. I mean,
Yeah, it's on the PS3.
I don't know how they would
Does
do the
PS3 have
Psycho Mantis
wireless
part, though.
controllers or no? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
PS3
they're
is wireless.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how they would do that with that. Because that boss fight's pretty hard if you don't switch the controller ports.
Is it even possible?
I think it is possible, but I
It
think
is?
it's supposed
I
to
think
be
I've
very.
seen
I
people
think
do
so.
it, but yeah.
All right, Muff, you want to go through your top 3?
Yeah, y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right. So, Rosario Dawson one of the most beautiful women ever. Mandalorian, get your ass caught up on it. She is amazing. Number 3,
Clerks
Leisure
2.
Suit Larry. Number 2, Lord Willie, Mega Man. Number 1, Tecmo Super Bowl. Warren Moon got that run and shoot offense, got that straight up pimp stash. Ain't fucking with him.
I'm dying. Lord Willie, I'm dying on that. All right, Dark Side, you want to do your top 3?
That's what we called him as a kid, man. Lord Willie. Mine are pretty much the same as everybody else's. I got Gordon Freeman from Half-Life, Solid Snake from the Metal Gear Solid series, and my third one is a little bit different because Mario doesn't deserve to be on anyone else's list, not mine either. I'm going with Harry Tipper from Time Splitter series.
Harry Tipper.
Oh, from the second one, right?
He's from all 3. He's in all 3 of them. He's the
all
disco
3?
dude, and he's
Yeah.
rocking the porn stash.
I played the third one the most, but yeah. Future Imperfect, I think it was.
He's got better personality than Mario. That's all I got to say.
All right, there you have it, folks. So that's gonna do it
Actually,
for the top 3.
I just want to point out real quick. Solid Snake was clean shaven in the first one, so
Yeah, I figured we
just wanna
give that a pass on
invalidate a bunch of, and just ruin the entire show. Okay.
Bash, don't worry, I do whatever the fuck I want.
They didn't have the graphics on the original PlayStation to give him a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah,
didn't even
true.
give him
It would
eyes.
look bad. It would have looked bad. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even give him eyes. Now that I think
He
about
just
it.
had like lines for eyes in the first game.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're gonna move into our trivia to wrap things up. And Mel, bro, I think you're leading us off with the trivia this month.
Yes. So this is going to be a unique one. So as we mentioned at the top of the episode, for every beat this month, we are donating $1 to the Prostate Cancer Foundation. So we had a total of 23 beats this month. So good stuff. So that puts us at about $161. But I wanted to up the ante a little bit, guys. So we're doing trivia today. So I have 8 trivia questions, 1 for each of you, then 1 bonus question. If you guys are willing, for every question we get right, we donate $1 additional to charity. Everybody in?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll
do
it.
I speak
All
for
right.
everyone.
Let's do it.
Especially
Yep.
Spiral.
All right, we're gonna start with you, Darkside. Your question.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
So how we're doing this, right? I'm gonna name 4 different games. You have to tell me which one is a real game. So 3 of the games are gonna be fake, and 1 is gonna be real.
All right.
All right. So your 4 games: Texas Truck Wars '98, Dave's Monster Truck Adventure, Big Mother Trucker 2, Truck Me Harder, Badass Trucker Boy Elite Edition.
I'm going to say it's either the first or the last.
Sounds like a great
So I'll
question for
repeat 'em.
Hot Lizard.
Texas Truck Wars '98, Dave's Monster Truck Adventure, Big Mother Truckers 2, Truck Me Harder, Badass Trucker Boy Elite Edition.
I'm going to say Badass Trucker Boy Elite Edition is fake.
No, you have to tell me the real one.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, only one of them's real, right?
Oh, my God. Only one is real?
Only one is real.
Oh,
Texas Truck
the
Wars
third one.
'98,
Third
Dave Monsters Truck Adventure,
one. Third one, goddammit.
the Big Mother Truckers 2, Truck Me Harder.
That's real.
That is real.
Oh,
I know my truck games.
That
Truck
is real.
Me
That came
Harder.
out on PS2.
Scissor me timber,
Xbox.
truck me harder.
2005.
Timbers.
All right, you're up next, Muff.
Yeah,
Same concept: 3 fake games, 1 real game.
it's hot as hell in here.
The
All
house
right.
behind you.
Peeking at my neighbor.
That's a muff game for sure, man.
very
Shit.
appropriate.
Spying on my grandma.
Oh shit, that's a muff
Again,
game too.
very
Damn.
appropriate.
Shower with my dad. Mama, don't get me. I'll repeat one more time for you, Mama.
No, you ain't got to. I know what dentures taste like. Number 2.
That is incorrect. Spying on my grandma is not a real game. The right answer, surprisingly, was shower with my dad. That is a real game.
Video of that game.
That is a real game where you have to like figure out which one is your dad to shower with.
Oh man.
It's weird.
What platform?
Way to find out. Just jump
What
in.
platform is this
That's
on?
a
I have to
Switch
buy it
game.
immediately.
It's only PC.
Yeah,
It sounds like a Flash game or something.
All right, next one, Moose, you're up.
All right.
All right, your 4 games. Tongue of the Fat Man. Eyes of the Phantom. Top Rope Elbow WrestleFest. Super Monster Head Adventure.
I'm gonna say the third
Monster
one.
Head.
That last one's pretty good though.
Yeah.
That is incorrect, Muff. The real one is Tongue of the Fat Man.
That's
Wow.
a Sega
Tongue
Genesis.
of the Fat one.
Yeah, that's a Sega Genesis. That's the real game.
Wait,
Sega
really?
Genesis.
It's
Yeah,
on
Tongue of
Sega
the Fat Man.
Genesis?
Yep.
It's like one of the worst fucking games ever made. That's the only reason I know about
Tongue
it.
of the Fat Man?
Yeah, you got to look up the cover, the box art too. It's crazy, man.
I never heard of that game. I'm checking that out right now.
All right,
Well, that'll be a social media post for sure.
Emil, you're up, man. You ready?
All right, yeah.
All right. Power Piranha Playland. Robot Shark Attack. Return of the Space Monkeys. Or Attack of the Mutant Camels.
Which one's real?
Which one is real? Power Piranha Playland. Robot Shark Attack. Return of the Space Monkeys. Or Attack of the Mutant Camels.
The first one.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
The real answer is Attack of the Mutant Camels. It came out on Atari 1983.
Oh,
Wow.
shit. Man, that's racist, man.
So is Darkseid the only one that's got one right so far?
So far.
Wow.
Man, you guys call yourself gamers.
All right, Spyro, you're up, man. You ready?
I'm ready.
Pussy in his
Superman.
face right now.
Superman Samurai. Ninja Baseball Batman. Elkman and the Hunter Star. The Abominable Snowman and Friends.
I'm going to go with shower with my grandma.
Was that an option?
Yeah, wait, is that just what you're
That's
doing
a
after the
fantasy.
podcast? Or is that a game?
I'll repeat
Um,
one more time. Superman Samurai. Ninja Baseball Batman. Elkman and the Hunter Star. Or the Abominable Snowman and Friends.
I'll say Elkman.
That is incorrect. I think Muff knows the answer. What was it, Muff?
Number 2. I beat it at Galloping Ghosts.
Yeah, Ninja Baseball Batman. Is a real game.
Dang.
It's Ninja Robots. It's kind of weird.
All right, Bash, your turn, man.
Nope.
All right. So, which one is real? Teacher Tycoon, Dentist Tycoon, Chemist Tycoon, or Librarian Tycoon?
Read me those again.
Teacher Tycoon, Dentist Tycoon, Librarian Tycoon, or Chemist Tycoon?
Let's say Librarian Tycoon.
Incorrect. It is Chemist Tycoon.
Oh,
Wow.
I got all of the ones before that right.
Oh man, I'm stumping you guys, huh? All right, Brian, you're up.
All right.
Which is the real game? Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom, King Crouton and Kale Clash, Dr. Dressing, Star Showdown, Romaine Rampage.
It is
They're all
Tomato
Brian
and
games.
Salad Kingdom. That is
You
the
probably
Right.
fucking own
That
that.
is correct.
NES. I don't. I wish I did. It's expensive. I do not own it.
All right. So we got 2 right so far. So we have one more bonus question. Darkseid or Brian, which one of you want to take it?
What
Or you both can work together
we'll,
since
we'll
you
work
both got
together.
it right.
We,
together.
we're obviously the same equivalent knowledge when it comes to video games, so let's work together.
All right, the final bonus question. Which one is real? How to be a slob, how to be a boss, how to be a cool kid, how to be a complete bastard. Which one is real?
I mean, I'm leaning towards How to Be a Boss, but I don't know, Darkside. What do you think?
It sounds like it should be How to Be a Boss, but for some reason I think How to Be a Complete Bastard is the game. Because it sounds like it shouldn't be a game.
I'll go with that.
Bastard.
That is correct. How to be a complete bastard.
Well done.
That's like a ZX81 game or a ZX Spectrum game. I've heard about that one before.
Yeah.
Darkseid is king.
Nicely
He's
done.
a bastard.
Good shit,
He's
guys.
a
Good
That's
shit.
right. I developed the game, and
So we got 3 right. That totaled us to 26 per game. So good stuff, fellas.
All right, guys. Good job.
Nice.
Muff, you want to tell people where they can find us on social media?
Yeah, you can find us on the Twitter. That's Beat of the Months, plural. On the Facebook, Beat of the Month. Tinder, Beat Off the Month. Sticky Top, Beat Off the Month. Twitch, Beat of the Month. Gmail, Beat of the Month.
also
What about Grinder?
No,
It's
we
just
took that
Grinder.
down.
That's our.
Also, if you think that Mario 64 has bad controls, hit us up on Twitter, and we will retweet it.
Yes.
And if you have any questions for us, reach out to us, or any comments about the show, we'd love to hear from you. beatofthemonth@gmail.com. Let us know. So this has been Beat of the Month podcast. We're going to be back in 2 weeks. We're doing a deep dive on the game A Way Out, where I will let Muff talk as much as he wants about the game A Way Out. I will not say anything. So until then, this has been Beat of the Month. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and we'll catch you later.
Peace out.
Pimps up, hoes down.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month.
So apparently Skype keeps changing my mic. So if I'm not talking all the time, it just drops down a level, which is bullshit. Fucking
That's
dumb.
weird.
When you have a cheap mic, it does that sometimes.
Oh, you need to eat a dick, dude. This was a good deal. Only $27.
Well, a cheap mic plus broke ass internets, it can be a problem.
Fuck you, Darkseid.
Damn.
When we were playing A Way Out, he kept dropping out of the game, because of the internet. It's no big deal.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month.
I haven't played a Dynasty Warriors since the PS2, I think, but I did like it. I never played any of the other ones.
They're all the same. That's why. I mean, they're just hack and slash, one against the world games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played any of them except I played Hyrule Warriors, the first one, on the Wii U.
I played one of the Gundam ones, like just for the hell of it.
Was that cool? It sounds like it'd be cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's Dynasty Warriors, except they're Gundams. Like,
Yeah.
that's basically it.
Yeah.
It's been 2 or 3 generations. Maybe it's time for me to play another one.
Get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
They need a
Yeah.
reboot or something to bring it
Yeah.
back.
Hey, you shouldn't jump in right now. You got to go back and play.
Oh, yeah. Play all of
last
them.
like 50 fucking games.
You gotta catch up.
Yeah.
All the story's continuous. You gotta play them all.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month.
Your brother-in-law gonna get bug snacks?
I don't
It's
even
free.
know if he gives a shit.
It's free
Is
for
it-
PlayStation Plus.
You have to have PlayStation Plus. It came with a PlayStation Plus card.
He better get on it because that's what November game bug snacks.
Oh man, he better get
Yeah.
bug snacks. He's
He
gonna.
better do that right
Hey,
now.
honestly, they say it's really good though.
I'm
I mean,
sure he doesn't give a
Octodad is
shit.
fucking amazing.
But most people aren't gonna give a shit about bug snacks. Let's be serious here.
No, man, it's supposed to be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard I was listening to a podcast like a couple days ago, and they were talking about how like it's kind of like straightforward at first, but then it gets kind of fucked up. So
Was that our?
that's all I
podcast?
know about it. I mean, this isn't even a real podcast. Like, what the fuck?
I think on Metacritic it's sitting pretty around 8. So, I mean, it's.
Oh, it's like a Mario game then.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll be right back. I gotta go piss hard.
Damn it.